Your palms are sweaty. You've got nervous anxiety is in the air. You're thinking, what did I just do, as it crosses your mind, with a huge smile on your face. No, this is not when your first child was born. This is when you're getting the keys to your very first home. That's right. First time purchasing a home can be incredibly special. It can be a moment to be remembered as well as celebrated. And in this video, I'm going to share 5 helpful tips that is going to ensure that you have a smooth process in purchasing your first home, as well as that you enjoy it and get the home that you truly want. So right away, I'm going to share the first point is meet with a trusted professional. Or if you don't have a trusted professional, ask a friend or family member or even a close acquaintance who is somebody that they can refer, who they have used. Always sit down with an agent well before actually going into a home. And I'm going to share a personal example because I think that's incredibly important. When you go into a home prior to sitting down with an agent, you may be just guessing what you can afford or guessing at the type of home that you can purchase. Then you go and see it and you find those features and amenities that are really desirable and something that you have to have in your next home. But then when you go through the process and learn what you're able to purchase and afford, some of those amenities will not exist in those homes because of the price point. So to save from disappointment or to save from being upset about the process, don't go see homes until you sit down with a trusted professional. That professional should be able to meet with you one-on-one and walk through the buying process and really share their knowledge and expertise in it to make sure that you are fully supported through the entire process. They're going to be able to highlight features in a home that might actually be problematic, where you're not quite seeing that online and want to go see a house. They might be able to save you from some of those issues of deferred maintenance or issues that they see in and around the property. They may also find that hidden gem that you disregarded online. And so I highly recommend right off the bat, when thinking about purchasing your first home, the first place to be is in the coffee shop with your trusted professional or in their office walking through this process. Now, second point is 80% of all transactions completed in 2023 required some sort of financing, according to the National Association of Realtors. What does that mean? Most likely in your purchase of your home, you're going to require some sort of financing, a mortgage. You're going to require a lender to provide those funds for you to be able to purchase that home. So the second part is not only to meet with a trusted real estate professional, but to meet with their trusted lending professionals, whether they give you multiple or even one. And I always recommend encouraging and inviting your real estate professional to be a part of that meeting as well, because they can work in tandem through this process. Some of the most beautiful smooth going transactions are when a real estate agent and a lender are working hand in hand, because they're able to communicate properly and make sure that you're fully served. So introduce them to each other if they don't know each other, and really make sure that you're meeting with both of them so they can set up the right expectation for you in this process. And so that way you can make sure that that you have a great time. Now, I'm going to share something with you that is going to be extremely helpful. It has happened every single time I've sat down with a first-time home buyer. The idea of building a home. I'm going to share with you, you may have this thought that if you can't find the right house, if you can find a piece of property, you could build the home yourself. Now, while that is enticing and it could be a possibility, most times than not, I find that first-time home buyers are not prepared to purchase a piece of land and build on it. The reason is, in most cases, it's about 1 to 2 years after the purchase of the land when the first shovel can break ground. There's a lot of upfront costs with purchasing land to be able to get it ready for construction. And a lot of times banks are going to require a higher down payment or even a higher interest rate for the construction process. And so it can be very, very time consuming, and there's not going to be really any lenders out there that are going to allow you to buy the land and put up a building yourself unless you're a licensed professional, because that is the asset that they are going to have as a collateral if you were to fail to pay them back. And so with that, I always get this question, hey, if you can't find the perfect house, if you can find us a piece of land, we could always build. And so if that's you, you're thinking about that, I just want to go ahead and put this in your mind that most likely building on a parcel of land is not quite the right step for you. And so with that, you just want to make sure, again, having those conversations and that you're in a good place. Now, I also want to share it's okay not to like the home that you go and see. So there's a lot of times where you'll go into a home and it'll have the number of bedrooms, it'll have the number of bathrooms, it'll have the square footage, it's in the neighborhood that you like, but there's just something quite off with that. It's okay to say no. You don't have to go into the first house and go, wow, I have to buy it because it's the first house I walked into. There's always an opportunity to be able to go and shop. And what I just encourage you is when you come across a situation where you're not quite ready to pull the trigger on an offer on that home, really share with your real estate professional why you feel that way. And it's okay not to know why, but just try to work through and figure it out so that way they know in the future not to take you to homes that will cause you that frustration. And then number 5, one of the most important ones is have fun in the process. There's going to be a lot of stress that's attached to the real estate purchasing process. The lender is going to require quite a bit of information from you, as well as ongoing documents. Now, it can be somewhat stressful and not knowing the process. So that's why I encourage you to connect with your real estate agent, have them walk you through what that looks like so that you can have incredible amounts of fun going and selecting the home that you're going to live in. Buying your first home is such a special process. It is always great to help people go through that and purchase their very first home. So again, always reach out to those trusted professionals. If you're in the process of buying your first home and you have a question that I didn't answer in this video, please go ahead and put it in the comments down below. I'd love to create a new video in and around buying your first home around that question, because I find it incredibly helpful to know where you can walk through this process and get that information. And so in this channel, I'll always provide information that will help you better understand the real estate market. Now, again, real estate is a local venture. So it's very important to connect with those professionals that are in your local market because they will know what is that process. Each state does it a little bit differently. And so it's incredibly important to connect with those trusted individuals that you know. If you don't know of anybody, always feel free to reach out. I know a network of folks all across the country that I would love to connect you with, that I know that would provide absolutely amazing service. And so always feel free to reach out in that if you're looking for a professional, because I do know of other folks that do provide amazing service throughout the country. But again, go ahead and put in the comments those questions. Thank you so much for connecting on this channel. If this is your first time watching a video of the Positive Change Real Estate team, I'd highly encourage you to subscribe. There's a lot of information about going through the purchasing process. I've been in real estate over a decade now, and so I love sharing what does that look like, how does it feel, what are those processes of negotiating or going through an inspection, or what should you look out for in the purchase of your next home. And so go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell button while you're at it. That way you are notified when those new videos are coming up and you don't have to continually come back to the channel to see if we release something new. Until next time, friends, remember, today is a great day that you can #create positive change. All right, take care and have a great day.